7. Barrett outside the switch. Doncic goes, oh, great step! And then he hammers it home. Broke his ankles.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. The New York Knicks just came out victorious. They are now 2 games over 500 with a 20-18 record. They just defeated the Phoenix Suns at home, the final score being 102-83. They did have no Devin Booker. We did see in this game how their offense really was not free-flowing out there on the basketball floor. Obviously, credit to the New York Knicks on the defensive side of things, but not having a Devin Booker. And obviously, though, they lost Cam Johnson at the very beginning of the season, so they've pretty much have not had Cam Johnson for a big time portion of this season. But the New York Knicks straight up dominated this game. On the defense side of the basketball, on the offensive side of the basketball, hitting threes from the outside, being able to dribble, penetrate, making the extra pass. Like, this team competed hard. They fought hard for 48 minutes of basketball. Julius Randle played his absolute ass off, and it really looks like he had a reality check, looked at himself in the mirror when it came to this offseason. I got to have my head on straight, and Julius Randle has been playing excellent basketball lately, for at least like a month, or especially since this team has become shorthanded when Brunson's gone down, when RJ's come down these last few games, or you could say last 10, 15 games. Julius Randle's definitely been playing some excellent basketball. When there was a minute left, we're up so many points, Tom Thibodeau's still going to have him out there. Eventually, he did check him out of the game when there was 50 seconds left, but Julius Randle just hustling for a steal. Just the New York Knicks were in control of this entire game. We kept Chris Paul in check. Their leading scorer was DeAndre Ayton with 12 points, I believe, and he didn't play that well in this game. I thought he played pretty soft out there on the floor, to be completely honest with you guys. He did hit some mid-range jumpers, but quickly competed defensively. Just everyone, I thought, played hard defensively. I thought everyone played hard. I thought everyone played their role. We allowed 11 points in the first quarter. 23-11 was the end of the first quarter, and Julius Randle continues to be brilliant when it comes to that first quarter. He was knocking down shots from the outside. He was driving hard to the basket. He was drawing fouls. And throughout this game, he was making excellent reads out there on the floor. One of my favorite possessions of the game was in the fourth quarter when Julius Randle found Quentin Grimes cutting, and then Grimes recognized Mitchell Robinson cutting. He found Mitchell Robinson for the slam. Quentin Grimes was making excellent reads out there on the floor as well. Finished with 12 points, 5 assists. He just has it in the bag when it comes to him dribble penetrating, faking like he's about to go up with the layup while he's in midair. He has someone in mind to pass to when it comes to the interior. Most likely it's a Mitchell Robinson or it's a Julius Randle. They either throw it down or put it up and in. But I just thought everyone played at an all-time high level. Again, I understand no Devin Booker, but to only allow 11 points in the first quarter, I thought we really locked up defensively. I thought we did a good job communicating. This overall team was fighting over screens, making things difficult for the Suns. But don't get me wrong, they did miss some shots that were wide open. At times, I'm like, damn, he didn't knock that down. That's very surprising. Chris Paul only had 11 points in this basketball game, but you just got to give credit to this Knicks team, the way they were playing out there on the basketball floor. You just gotta be happy with it. Honestly, the product that they put out there on the floor. At one point, the New York Knicks were up 32 points in this game, and they also had a run of a 21-0 run. And the last time we had a 21-0 run was 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Jalen Brunson, 14 points in that second quarter. And he ended up finishing with over 20 points in this basketball game. 14 points in the second quarter. Didn't score in the first quarter. We got Jalen Brunson back for this game. There continues to be no RJ Barrett. But I thought he played pretty brilliant. And you could see that Jalen Brunson was definitely frustrated. Yes, he played a very solid game. Made some nice reads out there on the floor. Not going to lie, there were some ball-dominant moments. But I love the way he competed defensively as well. But the free throws, yeah, he was missing free throws in this game, and I don't know if it's a lack of confidence or a rust when it comes to the free throws. Since the Chicago game, I feel like he's been up and down from the free throw line. Randle was brilliant from the free throw line. I really love the way he shot it. I believe he was 11 of 12, only missed one foul shot. But that could come back to haunt us when it comes to those fourth quarters. So we do definitely need to start knocking down those free throws. Randle was kind of in a rust when it came to those free throws, despite him really scoring at a very high level. But this game, he definitely knocked them down. But I just love the competitiveness. I just love the overall effort from this basketball club. And when you really take a look at things, like Mitchell Robinson was all over the floor, deflections, going after 50-50 balls, finished with a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. He thrived in the dunker spot. He even made a brilliant pass off of an offensive rebound. I believe it was in the first quarter when he came up with it. He came up with an offensive rebound, was scanning the floor, had a no-look pass to Emmanuel Quickley for 3. Quickley, a double-digit game. I thought he did a solid job orchestrating the offense. I thought he did a really good job fighting over screens, making sure nothing was easy for a Chris Paul or even a Quentin Grimes when he was defending a Chris Paul or he was defending a Mikal Bridges. Yes, they didn't have Devin Booker, but Chris Paul is still a very good player in this league. He may not be the same player from a few years ago. You look at his statistics, they're not the same, but he's still a veteran who can make very nice reads. He makes his teammates better. He's just a beast when it comes to the pick and roll. He sees things before they happen. We know he's a beast at catching guys on his hip, but I thought we did a good job making sure we weren't in that position to be caught on his hip and really getting in front of him. And we kept Mikal Bridges in check. We kept Chris Paul in check. Like, everyone was kept in check, and no one had, like, a career game or anything like that. And us being up 32 points at one point, yes, there was kind of a scare. Well, not a scare. I guess a scare like the New York Knicks, no lead is safe. But it's like, if you blow this, a 32-point lead, yeah, Tom Thibodeau should just be fired tomorrow. But we didn't end up blowing it. It was eventually cut to like a 20-point game. Knicks called a timeout and started to build upon the lead again because Wainwright came in, started hitting some threes. Cameron Payne was able to get some solid buckets in the interior as well. Like, he's a pure bucket getter. He's a pretty crafty player as a herky-jerky style of play. I believe the most they cut it down to was 17, and then it was big time when it came to that fourth quarter. It might have been the end of the third quarter. Randall ended up drawing a foul. You had Emmanuel Quickley who knocked down a 3. Randall hit another 3, and then, like I mentioned, that play, Randall passed to Grimes, and then he found Mitchell Robinson. But it's just crazy to say, like, even though they didn't have Devin Booker, we were up 52-20 at one point in this game. 52-20. We only committed 4 fouls in the first half as well. I thought we were extremely disciplined. We weren't committing stupid fouls. It was nice to see that Grimes didn't get in foul trouble earlier. Mitchell Robinson didn't get in foul trouble earlier. Randall, any important players really out there on the basketball floor. I guess you still want to see more from the bench offensively, but then you kind of have to be realistic at the same time. Sims, I felt like he didn't play a crazy amount of minutes. Sims played 9 minutes out there on the floor. He did have a nice dunk off of a very nice feed. I believe it was from Julius Randle, but you're not expecting a lot from him offensively. He's a limited offensive player. Hartenstein, I thought he had some solid hustle moments, and I believe it was Julius Randle that found Hartenstein inside for a dunk. I forgot who it was at the top of my head, but someone had a really nice feed to him, but I love the ball movement. I love the extra passes, and yeah, Hartenstein made a very nice read out there on the floor as well. I believe in this game, yeah, he finished with 2 assists. McBride knocked down a 3, which was nice to see. He was 1 of 2 from the field. Played some very good defense. McBride just always going to get up in your jersey and play very hard. But Fournier came in 14 minutes, knocked down a 3, knocked down a ridiculous fadeaway as well. So he had 5 points out there. But yeah, you have Hartenstein who had 3 points off the bench, but you have to really put into context the energy they played with out there on the floor. And when the starters are playing at such a high level, it really doesn't matter when you get double-digit production from Grimes scoring the ball, him cutting, him making brilliant reads, him playing good defense, Randall having another double-double, him having another nearly 30-point game. Near 30-point game, he had 28 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists, making just awesome reads, had very good vision out there on the floor. Mitch, 10 points, 10 rebounds. He was also awesome when it came to defending the rim. When the Suns were getting out in transition, Mitchell Robinson, just long-ass arms, was just able to block the basketball. He had an insane block in transition. And he's definitely made some strides this season. And I feel like there's going to be games that he's kind of undisciplined, but you see when he's playing at his best, he's making a very high impact for this club. And obviously we just hope he can continue to stay healthy. That's a big thing. Even Grimes had a huge play defensively on Mikal Bridges, who was one of the longest wingspans in the NBA. When he pulled up for a mid-range jumper, Grimes was up in his jersey, hounding him on ball defense, and then he had a very nice block on Mikal Bridges. This overall team, I was just very thrilled and happy with the way they played. It was an early game, 3 o'clock, so as soon as I got home from work, as soon as I got home from the bank, I was able to catch this game, which was awesome. But it wasn't even just the threes. I've just loved that another year under his belt, how he's gone stronger, more experience, playing at a better pace, not always just forcing the issue, which I like about Emmanuel Quickley lately. He had a very strong finish down the lane, which he probably wouldn't have made his rookie year. He had a brilliant up and under, so he's starting to build his bag even more. Quentin Grimes even had a very nice spin move layup in the fourth quarter. So I love seeing these guys really build upon their bags and just becoming more unpredictable as NBA players. But this was just a fantastic game. GG to Suns fans out there. You guys are still a very good club when Devin Booker's healthy. This is a completely different team when they have Devin Booker. But you could say the Knicks took care of business, or just, yeah, they just slaughtered the Phoenix Suns. Let me know down below your thoughts. Peace out, y'all.